Here's the finishing stages of the slide-on camper. So this is on a Ford F-150, 5.5 foot bed. I let it hang over this much on the bed, so you got a little bit of a step that you can step onto the bed to get inside. All the weight is back here on the actual bed of the truck. This is just cantilevered over. There's probably about 3/16 of an inch underneath. So the weight of this is not setting on the tailgate. It is actually setting perfect on the top of the bed rail and flush with the floor. And I figured this up with the bed liner, so I can figure it with or without a bed liner. And it has the bed liner caps, plastic caps on top, which I factored that in. A little stencil I did. And these are some windows I had. I actually cracked that window, and it's glass, but I swapped that one out with plexiglass. So I'm going to do this one in plexiglass when I get back. We're getting ready to take this out to Arizona. We bought some property out there. We're going to go check it out, and this is what we're going to stay in. I've not put much in it because I wanted to make the video, but I've put some mats down, and we have the buddy heater. It is screwed in and installed, and then I do have the bunk section. I have it removed, so with that I can hang my tools up, and I use the ropes that I use to hang the bunk up. I use it to hang tools up or whatnot, and I've got those ropes over there. Overhead we have 2-inch foam insulation. I've went and spray foamed expanding foam around some of the cracks, and I've done some of the walls. If I was going to do this for someone, I would probably do the whole thing in 1/2 inch on the walls and 1 inch or 2 inch on the ceiling. But keep in mind, this is all materials I've had. So really this costed me some paint, the bed liner spray, not a whole lot, like probably $100 or something. I have a couple turnbuckles, so I'm going to show you that too, what I've done. So I have made some sliders. So I've cut into the camper sides, and I've made a wire cable, and that connects to the inside of the truck bed and running from side to side. And there's access panels on each side, so I can slide these access panels up, stick my arm in there and connect it to the truck bed, and then run this inside, and we have a turnbuckle that I turn that tightens them. That's one way I've got to secure it, and I'll show you the other ways. But it's got plenty of storage. I've got our 2-burner stove in here. We're getting ready to put a full-size mattress in here, and I'll make another video when I get it all the stuff in here. We got to put all kinds of stuff in here. But yeah, I'll show you the rest of it. So I've done the securing, and here's another way of how I'm going to secure this. One, I've got a ratchet strap ran diagonally from the front towards the cab to the back. I've got eye bolts ran in the back, and then I have also 2 turnbuckles, one on each side, and you can use those turnbuckles to turn it. And actually, once you get it on the truck, you can actually make it move to one side or the other with the turnbuckles. And here's the other side. Yeah, like this is made out of OSB. You'll see pieces, brakes. I did this on the passenger side because you see more of the driver's side. So if I was going to do this for someone, I would just go to Lowe's, buy all the materials. This is leftover materials that I had. So this is like 6 pieces of OSB that I had laying around. It's 5/8 on the bottom. The rest is 1/2 inch. I actually had the windows laying around. I bought the plexiglass and bought 100% silicone. Made my own windows. They don't leak. Made that. You can see, I can see straight through the rearview mirror. So with the door closed, You can see if someone's behind you. And I can tint this. I put a inside latch, simple inside barrel latch, so when you're in there, you can latch yourself in. And the outside latch, still wet with paint, because it was silver and I painted it black. But yeah, just I've got a padlock that I'll padlock it when I go in stores and stuff. Yeah, there's the rundown of it. And these are old mats that I had from years of camping and stuff. So everything I reuse, I like to reutilize stuff and reuse stuff. That's why you'll see like these strips is made out of a white primed board, because this is just strips I had. I ripped them down, I utilized them. Like I said, I've got paint in this, and I've got a 5-pound box of screws in this, glue, some time, and it's better than paying, you know, the alternative $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 for one. And when I get back, I'm gonna make a table the exact height of the truck bed to just slide it straight off on the table. And I'm gonna finish it up, and we'll do a couple things. I'm gonna probably take wood filler and fill the edges a little more, just smoothing everything up there, just really smoothing it up. If I was going to do it again, I might buy the ply. If it was for myself, I might buy the plywood. But if I was doing this for a customer, I could do it in OSB if they wanted OSB to save on cost. You know, I could probably build this for a couple $1,000s for someone, buying all the materials, buying the glue, buying the insulation and everything. I could definitely set a price on this for someone if someone wanted something simple like this built and just ready to throw on their vehicle, and they can deck it out the way they want. I'll insulate it. I mean, I can put solar on it and stuff, just depends on how elaborate they want it. I can do water systems. You know, I can put a water storage tank. I even thought about doing that. Under here, 2 storage tanks. I've got all kinds of ideas. I can do about anything, especially with wood. So this was just thrown together to get us to Arizona for a while. We're actually going to end up trading this truck in about a year and getting a Transit or a Mercedes Sprinter van, and then we're going to deck it out. Total RV van lifestyle. But this is going to do for a while. And another reason we did this is because once we get to Arizona, we have a large building that we're going to turn into a tiny home. So this is going to be to sleep in when we get about halfway in Oklahoma somewhere or something. You know, just the times I need to rest quick and then keep going. So this is going to be perfect for what we need it for. Okay guys, there it is. The camper's on the back of the truck. We're on our way to Arizona. We are in New Mexico. We drove over 1,200 miles. We slept in the camper last night. Slept like a baby. It was great. Stayed fairly warm too. I heated up a can of soup and it heated the whole camper. It was awesome. Yeah, we're on 40. Out the rear view, you can see right out the window in the door. See if someone's behind you. So far, so good. So we're here in Mojave, Arizona. Brought the truck camper out here to go over some land and stuff, check out some land I purchased. Great views. But this is about the truck camper. This thing has done awesome. It is a prototype. Right now, my fiance's inside cooking, just staying out of the wind. All of the walls are not done insulated. The overhead's 2-inch foam board and some of the sides. But I've got the buddy heater in there, and we've not even used the buddy heater. We just turned the stove on, and it heats it quick. And it's been great. We drove it back and forth to town. We're going to leave in a day or two and head to Colorado with it. All in all, it's been good. I've not sealed the doors because I wanted to allow a little bit of ventilation when we're sleeping and stuff, so there is a slight draft around the door when it's closed. But I'm going to put weather stripping on it and probably put an actual vent. But this is pretty much the prototype. It's cut the fuel mileage down. Normally on the way out here we get 18 to 20. This trip we're getting like 15, 16 miles to the gallon, which isn't that bad. It's not a full camper that goes cab over. It's fairly light. We have it loaded down with shovels, and I've got a generator. I got 12 gallons of water, a lot of stuff, and it pulls it really good. Brakes really good. You can feel it some in the wind if it's real windy. If you're switching lanes, you can feel it if it's real windy. But all in all, it does really good. I'm going to keep revising it, and I'm going to make it better. And I've figured out ways. I might even make another one without the top section. Just leave the top section off, and it'd be completely tucked behind the cab for fuel mileage. See if that changes fuel mileage. But I'm real pleased with it. It's way better than a tent. Everything's good and dry, just like a camper. I mean, at first I was like the slide on, but now I'm just like the camper because it feels like sleeping in a camper. We have a regular bed inside, and it does great. I wake up, I feel like I've slept in a normal bed.